Get comfortable. Grab your favorite blanket. Maybe turn down the lights a little bit and turn on your night light. Grab your favorite stuffed animal. I have Goosey here with me. Tonight, we're continuing with Peter's and Goosey's adventure. So let's recap. This is the story of a boy named Peter and his best friend, a goose named Goosey. And tonight, Peter is going to discover something magical under his bed. This is Peter and Goosey. The pirates are too loud. Let's begin. Peter did not like the dark, especially when he made his bedroom hum and whisper. The house made sounds at night. Sounds Peter didn't hear during the day. The floorboards creaked, the walls settled, the wind tapped at his window. Peter held Goosey tight, his stuffed animal goose, his best friend since he was 3. And Peter waited. He waited for the sun to come back. And then Peter heard something. It came from under his bed. Peter's eyes opened wider. He listened, and then he heard music, drums, and horns. And was that singing? A soft yellow glow came from under Peter's bed. Goosey sat up, his little goose eyes open. He looked at Peter. Then he looked under the bed. And then Goosey jumped off the bed. And his little goose butt went straight up in the air as he tried to push himself under the bed. And on Peter's floor, was that sand? Goosey, is that you? And then Goosey disappeared completely under Peter's bed. Peter crawled to the edge of the bed. He looked underneath, and he saw the yellow glow getting brighter, swirling, moving, like water, like stars, like magic. And Goosey was gone. Peter took a deep breath. He thought about staying in his dark bedroom, safe under his covers. But Goosey was through there, his best friend. So Peter crawled under the bed. And suddenly, Peter wasn't under his bed anymore. He was falling, tumbling through colors, blues and yellows and swirling lights. And then Peter landed on sand, warm sand. Peter sat up. He brushed sand off his pajamas, and then he looked around. He was on the beach, a real beach, with warm, cozy sand under his hands and splashing waves in front of him, and sand dunes all around. And the music was louder now. Goosey? Wait up! There was Goosey running ahead. Over the dunes, honking happily, like these happen every day. Peter ran after Goosey, up a sand dune, and at the top, Peter stopped, because on the other side of the dune were pirates, real pirates. A captain with a big hat and an even bigger beard, and 2 crewmates. They were playing instruments, drums, horns, something that looked like an accordion, and they were singing.
They were the inky gurgle eyes that glow beneath the 7 seas. They were the inky gurgle eyes that glow beneath the seven seas.
They were singing loudly and not very well, but they were having so much fun. They stomped their feet, they waved their arms, they were carrying supplies back to their ship, a real pirate ship with tall masts and black sails. Peter ducked behind the sand dune. His heart was pounding. Pirates! Goosey peeked over the top of the dune, and Goosey couldn't help it. Goosey wanted to sing with them too. The pirates stopped singing. The captain turned around. He was tall, very tall, with a beard that had seashells braided into it, and a coat with shiny buttons, and a sword at his side. And he was looking right at Peter. By the seven seas, who goes there? Peter stood up slowly. His legs felt shaky. Goosey stood behind him, peeking around Peter's legs. Peter's voice became smaller than he wanted. We are lost. Lost? Peter tried to explain. The words came tumbling out. We got lost. You see, I chased Goosey under my bed. Boat. And we end up here. Only the most fearless and courageous pirates are to wander these seas. Intruders will be shark meat. Peter's stomach dropped. Shark meat? That did not sound good. Peter looked at Goosey. Goosey looked at Peter. What were they going to do? Peter thought about his dad. His dad always says Peter was brave, even when Peter didn't feel brave. Peter took a deep breath and closed his eyes and counted. 1, 2, 3. Ow! What the? This goose has guts! The captain stared at Peter. The crew stared at Peter. Everything was quiet. Even the ocean seemed to stop making noise. And then, that's Goosey and I'm Peter. And I'm Captain Sureshot, ruler of the 79 seas. A brave goose like this deserves a brave crew. But you, Philip, you must prove you are a fearless pirate too. It's Peter. You must demonstrate that by completing some test. To the boat! And so, Peter and Goosey followed Captain Sureshot down to the beach to a small rowboat. Peter climbed in, Goosey hopped in. The pirates start rowing, and Peter wondered, what are the tests? What if I can't do them? What if Captain says he's not brave enough? What if... Well, next Thursday, you will find out what Captain's first test is, and I will give you a hint. It involves water and Peter. Peter always been a little bit afraid of water. And that's where we will leave Peter and Goosey tonight, on a beach with pirates about to take a test. Peter is nervous, but he is trying. Sometimes trying is the bravest thing of all. Next Thursday, we'll find out what Captain Sureshot's first test is, and we will see if Peter can do it. Peter and Goosey Full Adventure is becoming a real book, with even more pirates, more tests, more Goosey hunks, and more magical moments. It's coming this April, and you are here at the very beginning of this story. Thank you for listening tonight. See you on the next adventure. Good night.